All right, let's dive right in. We're going to uncover the secret world of the quietest person in the room. You probably think you know what's going on in their head, right? But what if their silence isn't what it seems at all? What if it's actually their greatest strength?
Okay, so picture this. You're in a busy meeting, a lively party, or maybe a team brainstorm. Everyone's talking, ideas are flying all over the place, but then there's that one person. They're just listening, watching. They're not really saying much, maybe just nodding along. You ever wonder, what's their story?
It's a question we've all wondered about. Their silence can feel like this big blank canvas, and we tend to just project our own assumptions onto it. But what if that silence isn't empty? What if it's actually packed with information?
Yeah, this is the common myth, isn't it? We slap a label on them: shy, introverted, maybe even uninterested or intimidated. We see their lack of speaking and we just assume it's a lack of engagement. But the stuff we're diving into today suggests this is a huge, fundamental misunderstanding.
So get ready, because we're about to flip that whole assumption right on its head. This isn't a story about being passive. Oh no. It's a story about a hidden and, frankly, a much more potent form of power.
So here it is, the core myth: that being quiet and paying attention is a passive act, that you're just sitting there letting things happen to you. But the reality is the complete opposite. Focused, quiet attention is actually a form of dominance. It's a deliberate, strategic choice. Just let that sink in for a minute. This one idea is the mindset shift at the very heart of this whole explainer. The quiet observer isn't just taking up space. They are actively gathering data, mapping the social landscape, and gaining a serious advantage. So the big question is, how on earth do they do it? Well, this isn't magic. It's a skill set. It's a toolkit that, believe it or not, anyone can learn to develop. The observer's power comes from three very specific, interconnected abilities that all work together in a pretty clear process. So their process starts by mapping social patterns. They're watching who talks to whom, who interrupts, and who really holds the influence. Then they decode all the little micro cues. Those super fast facial expressions that give away what people are really feeling. And finally, they combine all that data to build this deep, layered understanding of the situation, something we call contextual intelligence. So what is contextual intelligence? It's basically the superpower of reading the room. It's knowing who has the real influence, no matter what their job title is. It's understanding the alliances, the little tensions, and all the unwritten rules that are actually driving the whole conversation. Think about a negotiation. It's knowing if the person across from you is the actual decision maker or if they're just playing a role for someone else in the background. That is contextual intelligence. And here's where it all comes together. With this toolkit, the quiet observer doesn't need to shout to be heard. They can influence and even control the conversation's outcome, often without saying very much at all. See, because they aren't busy talking, they're busy understanding. They see what truly motivates each person in the room. They can predict how someone will react to a certain idea. And crucially, they identify who holds the actual power to make a decision, which, spoiler alert, is often not the person speaking the loudest. They know the perfect moment to speak, if they even need to, for maximum impact. So what should you take away from all this? Well, this isn't just about other people. This is a skill, a superpower really, that you can start cultivating for yourself right now. This is the ultimate conclusion. The power isn't in volume, it's in perception. By choosing to observe, you're not opting out of the social game. You're playing it on a higher, more strategic level. You are building invisible social power. So I'll leave you with this question. The next time you're in a group, look for the quietest person. And don't mistake their silence for weakness. Instead, ask yourself, are they the one with all the information? Are they the one who really understands what's going on here and who holds the real power? It might not be who you think.